Hello, welcome to my video. I haven't posted in a long time, but I was I had other commitments, unfortunately, but now I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Today we're talking about what socializing is like. We live in the information era. We live in the era of technology, and that has given us a lot of great independence. But unfortunately, that came at a cost of the interpersonal relationships, and that's been very unfortunate. And I grew up in the time where we just started to have phones and smartphones and WhatsApp in our teenage years. They weren't something that our parents had. It was something that we started to use more, and it was interesting. You did feel like a celebrity because you had so many people to talk to. I don't think that it had much of an impact on my true social connection, though. So today's video is going to be about socializing. And although socializing can seem futile for people who prioritize their career or their studies and things like that, I want to, in a way, correct my previous video with the idea that socializing is like going to the gym. It's important for a healthy life. You can survive without going to the gym, you can survive without socializing, but I think it is important to get the right kind of social connection. Okay, what motivated me to discuss this topic? I've met in my life people who are social and people who really put a high effort into socializing and talking to people and being charismatic. And it's not just being charismatic so that you have more friends and have more relationships and things like that. It's so that you can help people and, in a way, motivate them and make them feel heard and things like that. That is something that embodies in socializing. There are people who are kind of like vampires, who kind of drain you a lot. And that could mean a lot of things. It could mean that you don't really have the chemistry with those people. It could be that they're just being too negative. It could be that you're judging them too much. I'd want you to be very mindful of what is going on. And, there's this idea of introvert and extrovert. I don't really believe that fully to be the box that people go in. I think that's something that's overly prescribed as a thing. Oh, this person's an introvert. Therefore they do certain things and they can't really do other things. I don't think that to be true. I don't want someone to think that they're an introvert and therefore they can't have a social life of an extrovert. And I don't want an extrovert to think I'm an extrovert so I can't be alone in my thoughts and, in a way, renunciate. So the YouTuber Luke Smith, he made a video about independence, and he said one of his regrets, and that regret was also one of my regrets, it was to make less friends. I wish I'd known that a few years ago, because it would have meant that I would have had better social connections now. I was too focused on making as many friends as possible without the idea of making good friends, and therefore I kind of lost the battle in making good friends. I'd also like to bring up the importance of having social activities by yourself, going to the movies by yourself, going to a restaurant by yourself, and really realizing that you shouldn't socialize because you're deathly afraid of being alone. That can make you rush into things that you don't want to be in. And going to a restaurant alone, you realize no one really thinks about you. And if they did come up to you and ask you, oh, are you a weirdo for eating alone? That's a huge reflection on them. That's not a reflection on you. And pretty much 90% of people wouldn't even care. And it's not a thing that's weird. It's things that people did before. But now it's like whenever you eat, you have to put it on social media. You have to let people know that you're at the restaurant. And, you can't just sit there by yourself, enjoy the meal. I enjoy the meal much better when I eat by myself. I haven't gone to the restaurant alone as much as I want to, but I have gone to the movies and I really enjoyed that movie just watching it by myself in that theater. I'd really recommend it. It changed my view on socializing. It made me think, you know what? I don't need to socialize in order to feel good about myself. There's something in my life that's making me feel not good. And what is that thing? It's my own thought patterns. It's my coping mechanisms. It's not something necessarily that the other person should be there for me. I want to be more independent. In the sense that when I am around people, I don't need them. I don't feel like I just psychologically need them and I can't survive without them. And yeah. After doing that kind of social experiment in a way, going to a restaurant by yourself, the movies by yourself, I felt socially nourished. I felt the same way as if I'd done that with a friend. And after doing that, I still think it's important to be social, to be around people that you enjoy being around. And it's not just a social game. That's what I want to make sure. That's the take-home message. It's not just to have more people and have more power and be more respected and things like that. It's to really help people. It's to really be there for people. And you can't be there for 100 people. You can't be there for 1 million people. You can only be there for a select few, and that's your close-knit group of friends and who share those intimate details of their lives. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be a crazy thing like that. It doesn't have to be like you're a celebrity and things like that. Okay. That's my video. Thank you again, as always. Thank you for watching. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a long time. Hopefully I'll upload more regularly now. Hopefully that break has made it better for me to continue and easier for me to continue and coming back with a fresh head. Please do like and subscribe. I have donation links like buy me a coffee. That really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribing, liking, commenting, those all increase engagement for the YouTube channel, helps keep this channel profitable, and it's great. Go check out my blog, indepthnotes.com. And if you have any feedback, any comments, they're very welcome. Thank you very much.